I've got this new device. I've got this new thing here that I bought. Look, this here.
Oh, it's
Okay, that's
you.
wonderful. That is wonderful. So let's.
Okay.
So, hi there,
I'm going to
Mel
hold it
Hunter.
up. I'm going to hold it up so I'm covering up my double chin.
So, Mel, just introduce yourself, Mel.
Hi, my name's Mel Tadhunter, and I'm the owner and founder of We-network Group.
And where is that based?
It's based in North London, and what I'm really wanting to do is actually have networking meetings and hangouts all over North London and around the M25 area.
That's amazing. And when are you hoping to do this by?
And that's going to happen within the next 6 months. So it'll be an ongoing task. It's obviously a big task, but it will be happening and hopefully, finished by sort of summertime this year.
Okay. All right. So Mel Hunter's with us today, and she's going to talk about networking because that's her speciality. She is the queen of networking.
Thank you, Alex.
Across North London. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to share my screen. And then after I share my screen, I'm just going to go through the questions and allow Mel to talk. Okay?
Great.
So
thank you, Alex.
let me share my screen now. So, I'm not a technical guru here.
Me neither.
So watch this space. Can you see the screen?
Just about. It's not very large actually, but yeah. What is the most powerful way to get business? Is that right? What it says, Alex?
No.
Okay. I can't.
What are you seeing?
I'm just in a question.
Okay, so you're not seeing are you a networker or a not worker?
No.
All right. Okay.
Oh, I think that's underneath, but it's very, very small.
It's very small.
Yeah, so it might be because we're doing it on our phones, maybe. So
when you say it's underneath, you're seeing something else on my screen.
I am seeing. Now you've told me that I can see it, but only because you've told me, and I'm really straining to see it. So I think unless you've got better than 20/20 vision, it'll have to be like 100/100 vision. You're not going to see it, but so yeah. Shall we start? Shall we start again?
Okay, let me hide it.
Let me just. I'm just seeing if I can make it bigger. Oh, hang on a minute. Now. Okay, I can't see all of it, Alex. It's I've made the screen bigger.
Yeah.
But it's not showing me.
Wonder why.
Everything. So that's all right. You know what? You can if we do it again, and you ask me the question, and I don't actually need to see the screen.
Okay.
You just asked me the question.
Right. Okay. So
don't forget Tadhunter, not Hunter. Tadhunter.
We're here today with Miss Mel Tadhunter. Mel Tadhunter. Okay. Are you a networker or a not worker? Why did you think of that title?
Well, I think that there's so many people out there that say that they haven't got any work. Oh, it's all dried up, or it's not busy. It's not the time of the year. But they're not actively going out to actually get any work. So if you network, you'll get work. If you don't network, you're a not worker and you won't get no work.
Now that does make sense. So what is the most powerful way to get more business?
Well, I know I'm going to be really biased, but it is to go out and network because you're creating opportunities. So when you think about, people that, have businesses that are seasonal and they're just sitting in, their office or their home and they're waiting for the phone call to happen or they're waiting for someone to click on their website, it might happen. But the likelihood is if you go out and network and meet people, you're creating your own opportunities. So it's a great, great way to do business. In fact, I know I'm biased, but I would say it's the most powerful way. It's the most powerful way to get business, the most powerful form of marketing that you can actually ever do.
And you think that's because of the connection that you're making with people?
You are, because you're creating opportunities. So you get to know people. You might go on a networking event and meet somebody and be very, very lucky, and they might require your service immediately. They might require it later on. But either way, if you keep on doing it every day, it will catch up with you. But yes, ultimately, then you can build relationships. And then once somebody knows, like, and trusts you, they feel confident to be able to hand work over, to hand some of the people that they actually know to for you to undertake the work for them. And then of course then they can then get their contacts to connect with you, and their contacts, and that's exactly how networking works.
Those 3 words.
Technology, eh?
Hi, let me call you back shortly.
Okay.
No, not you, Mel.
Oh.
I just said on the phone. So you said those 3 words: know, like, and trust. Yes. Why does someone have to know, like, and trust you?
Well, I think, unless somebody requires your service, if you need service, you can go to somewhere like the Yellow Pages, but it is a little bit of a risk, isn't it? Because you don't know what that person's credibility is like, or whether they're going to do a good job. So the more likely people that are going to network, you and build up a relationship, they'll start liking you, and then of course on top of that they're going to start trusting you. And then once you've done one job, hey ho, you've done a good job, why would they not use you again, and again and again and again, and introduce you to their contacts?
So what you're saying then, it's not just about them, it's about who they know as well.
It is, and actually in business the average person knows around 2,500 people. So just imagine that one person that you connect with, they might not want your service immediately or never, but actually someone they know probably will need your service at some stage.
Wow. So if we each know about 2,000 people, have a room of 25 people, and that's what, 50,000 people in the room.
It is. It definitely is. Yes. It's a huge opportunity for you.
Now, do you have to be experienced to do this?
You don't. I started networking 7 years ago, and like a lot of people, especially if you've started out in business, even if you haven't, but you've started out in business, you may not want to public speak. And a lot of the networking events, they have strategies to go and stand up, and it makes people feel uncomfortable. Actually speaking, as you know, Alex, is it's one of the most feared things in the world, and that's why it puts a lot of people off. But you really, really don't. And I went along, and my objective was just to speak to as many people on an individual basis and find out if I could help them. And that's what I did. And within 4 months, I was getting opportunities left, right, and centre. And before I knew it, I'd made £25,000 in 4 months. And I thought, wow. And that was just all through networking. So hence, that's why I'm here today, because I did that. And that's what I want to help with other people to do as well. So you don't need to be experienced at all.
You don't have to be experienced.
No,
at all.
You'll learn along the way. Oh,
wow. So, do you have to join a group to network?
You know what? A lot of people have asked me that question, and if I'm being completely honest, of course we want people to join our networks, but no, you don't. You don't have to join a network. You can go to many networking events, and even some networking events are free because they're sponsored. However, if you do that and you don't join a group, what you do have to do is keep the relationship going with the people that you've met. Now, bearing in mind, you might meet 20 people a week at different various networks, even more. So to actually keep a relationship, even on the telephone, on a weekly or monthly basis, is going to be very, very difficult. So if you've got a network and database of 10,000, like I have, for example, you can imagine, actually, that's going to be very hard to maintain. So no, you don't have to be a member of a network, but you do need to keep in contact with the people that you know, like, and trust.
So having a focal point of somewhere to go where you all meet does make sense.
Yes. Oh, well, that's why I created my network, because I'm actually putting on a service for people. I'm putting on a venue with some hopefully nice cakes and some catering, and obviously I've got the people there. They're already there, so all you have to do is turn up. That's all you have to do, and maintain the relationship. And of course, we introduce people outside of the network to come visit as well. So it's a great strategy for your marketing, and to actually make sure that you earn as much as you can for your business growth upon with networking.
This is amazing, because you've made quite a lot of emphasis on building relationships all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's not like going into Tesco and buying a product, buying a toothpaste or buying toilet paper or anything.
No, definitely not. No. I think the more people you get to sort of know and want to help, then just by default, because you're actually doing that for them, they're going to exactly want to do the same for you. It's human nature, really, and that's how it works.
So where do you start, Mel? All these things you've got to do. Where do you start?
Well, you can go online. You can look for networking events. If you're based in the North London area, anybody is welcome to one of my networks. I've got quite, a few networks going now. So some networks work by a strategy of only having one category per group, so there's never any conflict of interest, which I also do. But I also have groups where that isn't a problem. So if anyone wants to contact me, I'm very happy for them to come along to a complimentary network, have a coffee and a cake on me, and see what happens.
A free coffee and a cake.
A free coffee and a cake. I'll pay for your lunch for you, or even your dinner if you come in the evening.
Amazing. And is it a nice, friendly atmosphere that people come to?
Always friendly. I mean, some networks, I've been to quite a lot, and some of them are more friendly than others. But what I did find out very quickly is a lot of people, they are nervous around the speaking side. They don't know what to expect. So I think our unique selling point is not only are we reward based, but we're really, really friendly. So our utmost objective is for everybody in that room to feel comfortable, and hopefully we do that. We haven't had any feedback to say otherwise. So yes, all good.
So how do you really make them feel comfortable then in that kind of setting?
Well, when we get anybody new to come along to the network, I always offer them to come a little bit early so I can have a chat with them. But it's just really, everyone welcomes them. They make them a cup of tea, ask them about their business. And, I like to go and have a chat, and some of my other members, and we just sort of say that this is what's going to happen at the meeting. We have this section. This is a section where you can actually, pitch your business or promote it for so many seconds. Are you comfortable to do that? If you're not, you can observe today. The most important thing is they feel comfortable, because if they don't, they won't come back again. So even if we have to introduce them, we're really happy to do that, because the most important thing is they might meet someone that can really help them, and vice versa. So we won't want to lose anybody because of that.
Wow, amazing. So how much difference do you actually think can networking make to your business or income? I mean, what do you think there?
Well, what I've actually learned in my journey, I mean, I was in business, I worked for a very, very large organisation for 27 years. I know I don't look old enough, but, I stopped working for them 2 years ago. And I've actually seen in my last 7 years of being in business, I've seen what a difference it's made to me, and what a difference it's made to a lot of business people. And in fact, the ones that are really, really successful are all people that really, really, put opportunities out their way, and make opportunities, create them by, going out and meeting people, and, telling them about their business, and vice versa.
So the real secret to doing all this is just braving it out, going out there, and just being a bigger person than you actually are.
Well, I just think you don't even have to do that. You just have to be you. You just have to be. If you're shy, it doesn't matter. You can say, you know what, I'm really shy today, but I've come out and this is my first network. So you don't need to do anything. Just be you. Just be you.
So just tell everyone that it's your first network that you're coming to, and they'll be helpful.
Yeah, and you know what? The other thing as well, if you're not used to networking, the other thing you can do is you can contact the organizer, and you can say, look, it's my first network. I'm a little bit nervous. Can you please introduce me to some people? And we'd always be happy to do that. And I think most network organizations would be really, really happy to do that.
Wow, Mel, this has been amazing talking to you, Mel. There's so much insight here about your networking, about how to do it, about how to get started, and where to go. So, Mel, as we close the session here today, just tell the public where they can meet, where they can connect with your networking groups.
Yeah.
Here in London, and what they should do if they want to come along.
Okay, well, I'm looking to expand the network. I currently have 2 networks, and one is in Enfield on the Hertford Road at the Let's Go Business Hub, and that's the first Wednesday of every month. The last one was yesterday, so the next one's on the 2nd of March. So if you're interested, again, I'm sure you'll put my contact details in there. Please call me. I'm really happy to offer you a complimentary space. And we also have a weekly network as well, at Millfield House, and that's on the A10, A406 junction. And that's at 9:30 every week, and that's where we do the coffee and the cakes. So if anybody wants to come along to them, they're very, very welcome. But I am looking to expand in Barnet and in Harlow also. So watch this space. So wherever you are, this is just where we meet, and it's just a focal point where we meet. So don't get too tied up with the location. Of course, unless it's like a 2-hour drive, then that wouldn't be suitable. But yeah, anywhere in London, you're very, very welcome to come along.
So the queen of networking says that you must network to grow your business.
You have to, otherwise, you know what, you're losing out on thousands of pounds every single year. So who wants to throw, or who wants, it's like winning the lottery, but it being locked inside a box and not being able to get to it. That's kind of what it is. It's the secret of unlocking all these extra £1,000 that you could have.
Wow, Mel, it would be great, Mel, if you had a book, Mel, just to put out there that people could see, we could read all this knowledge that you're pouring out here.
I'm working.
No doubt,
me, Alex. I'm not good at writing. I'm good at talking.
Okay, no doubt you'll come out with something very soon.
I certainly will. I'm going to be looking to be doing an ebook, hopefully.
And is there a website address, Mel?
The website address is, I have a couple, but the website's address is www.morebusinessnetwork.co.uk, and we also have another website called www.we-network.co.uk. But actually, I'm having a new website built at the end of March, so look out for that. That's going to incorporate everything, so that'll be coming very, very soon.
Hey Mel, it's been great chatting to you. It's been really great talking to you.
Alex.
Despite the difficulties we faced, we can say, yes, we've done it.
We did really compromise on that, and we got there, didn't we? We improvised.
We got there in the end. We got there in the end. So thank you very much. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Look forward to talking to you soon.
See you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.